To begin our project in Premiere Pro, go ahead and open Premiere Pro, and then from this dialog box, you can see we have our recent projects listed. You also have a tab to learn, open a Premiere Rush project, open a project that's not listed as recent, and start a new project. We're going to go ahead and create a new project. Next, we're going to give our project a name. We're going to name this our training video. I'm going to select the location where I'm going to save this, which is the same location where I have my clips saved. So inside this folder is my clips, and I'm going to save my Premiere project out here. It's important to keep all of your files together in one location to prevent missing links. Next, you'll want to make sure that your scratch disks are the same as the project, and we'll hit OK. So this is our Premiere Pro workspace, and we're going to kind of get to know it as we go along. One of the first things I'll mention is Workspaces, and these are listed along the top. Currently, I'm in my graphics workspace. I'm going to click Editing, and you can see how that changes the workspace. You can also go up to Window, Workspaces, access those workspaces, and if you've moved things around, you can reset it to the saved layout. We're going to import our media, and there's a few ways you can do this. Our media is going to end up here in our project bin. One way I can do that is to Command I or File Import. Now I can select all of these, or I can come in and just select a few of them that I want to use and hit Import. Either way, you can see we have all of our raw files in this project bin. Now, one recommendation I would give you is if you have different file types, say you have some interviews, B-roll, background music, it's a good idea to kind of create some additional bins to keep those organized. So for example, I can click New Bin, name this B-roll, and I can move the files into there. Now, I can also create those files inside that training video file and just import those folders as bins. It just helps to keep things organized. Now that our files are imported, we can get to know our workspace a little bit better. First of all of these panels that you see can be moved, rearranged, so you can really get the kind of workspace you like. In this project bin, in addition to creating new bins, we can also view our clips. So right now I'm in the list view. I can switch to the icon view. And when I'm in the icon view, I can mouse over my clips and get kind of a preview of what is happening inside of each clip. My next step is usually previewing and trimming up here in the source pane. But you can also drag content right into your timeline. To start your timeline, you want to have the correct sequence settings. To do this, all you need to do is drag an HD clip with video and audio. Well, how do you tell if something has audio? If you look at these icons, you can see there's a little bit of an icon in the bottom, and it says contains linked audio. So I can just grab those clips, drag them to the timeline, and that creates my sequence settings. You always just want to make sure that you're not using things like JPEGs or archival footage. In fact, you don't even really need to start your timeline with that first clip. You're just grabbing the settings from that clip, then you can delete it and use a new clip. Now over here in our project bin, you can see that this is actually what we created. You can tell by that icon that that's a sequence. If it helps you, you can rename that just by control clicking, renaming, and we're going to call this our sequence 1. So you can see it changed that name there as well. Let's go back to the source pane and trim inside that source pane. So I'm going to open up this clip just by double clicking it, and I can scrub through this clip. This playhead here can be dragged, or you can hit the play button and play through. You can mark in and out points by clicking these icons, or I on your keyboard for in, O on your keyboard for out. Those basically set start and end points for your clips. Notice you also have some icons here. If I just want to drag video, I can click there and drag video right into my timeline. Sometimes you have different sequence settings. Always keep your existing settings to make sure that they match. Now in this case, this video is a little bit larger, and so I just need to scale that down. If I want to drag both the video and the audio, I'll click inside the clip right here and drag both. So that's just the basics of getting started and setting up your sequence, and our next video will look at editing in the timeline.